Hi, welcome to Vijay Views. It was a good week for the bulls. They did close at decent gains. The industrial leaders across the sector posted a good set of numbers in IT as well as banks. The entire index closed in green for the fourth consecutive week, the longest winning streak since September 24th. The sectoral index like energy, realty, PSU, and as well as metal gained the most when compared to the other indexes. On the result front, HCL, HDFC Bank, Tinplate, Tata Metallics posted a decent set of numbers. They were in line with the estimates of HCL Technologies. Numbers looked really well. The guidance were double digit in coming quarters. Deal pipeline looked good. Due to wage hike, the servicing segment operating profit took a hit, but it is at par with the industry standards. The order winning deal is at high, and they have ensure that they will be clocking double-digit constant currency growth in the coming quarters. Moving from IT, auto sector was in focus. Hero MotoCorp invested nearly 420 crore in Ather, and this is not their first investment. This is their increasing their stake as each round of funding Ather completes. While the competitors are coming up with their own vehicles, Hero is silently investing in Ather. Its entire EV ecosystem is attracting good fund flows. It's a theme to be watched for this decade. In coming podcast, I'll post a separate EV as a theme for this decade, where investors can actually invest on those themes. In the auto ancillary segment, we did see Motherson Sumi tanking around 8% due to the corporate action, where the domestic wiring business is likely to be demerged, as well as their record date, which they have set as Jan 17th, where the shareholders will know how much of additional shares of domestic wire harness division they will be getting it. On this auto sales front, it was a mixed set of numbers. On the year-on-year, passenger cars were muted, while in the month-on-month they did grow 12% when compared to previous month. I'm speaking about the passenger cars, while the passenger vehicles were up only moderately 2%. The motorcycle units were up 3%. The two-wheeler segment was down 4%. The scooter segment took a hit with down 20%. The trend here to be watched is the EV ecosystem is actually garnering more share from the traditional one, but the unorganized EV sector scooters are gaining good traction in the rural areas. We need to see how this thing goes in the next 6 months, whether it's going to be a merger acquisition of the unorganized sector or whether these big guys are going to bring their own product. It is an interesting theme, it's an evolving theme, and we need to observe the trend in coming quarters. Thus, we can allocate a certain percentage to the EV theme as a whole. Moving from the auto ancillary part, the next is the financials. The asset under management, the mutual fund industries, which published the asset under management data for December. Year-on-year growth by 22%, while the month-on-month was a negative 1%, which was understood as though the SIP flows clocked 11,300 crores even for this particular month. They are doing very strong. Despite that, HDFC AMC, which is a market leader in that domain, is actually losing market share, and their AUM has done only 10% when compared to the industry growth of 20%. While on month it hasn't done much. The stock has also reacted to this loss of market share in the past few months. It did lose nearly 40 to 50% from its peak, and it's a worrying sign for the investors. But though, believe the HDFC is a behemoth and it can create huge wealth in the coming days as well. It's a good SIP stock to consider and to invest. Do note that I'm not a SEBI registered analyst to disclose the buying and selling of those stocks, but I would recommend as an SIP for this particular segment. On the other listed AUM stocks, we have Aditya Birla Capital. They did really well. Then you have UTI. They did modestly well. And these are the themes which are looking good in financials, where the capital required is much less, where the fee income continues to grow as the SIP income continues to grow. So a good sector to watch, a good sector to do and to start an SIP, as the industry is stabilizing a bit when compared to the previous peaks, and there's a course correction where the returns are likely to come in the coming quarters. Thank you. Safe investing and have a good week ahead.